Greetings, soul family. It's your girl Gabby, the Divine Pioneer, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Today we're going to discuss why you should not judge other people based on their religious beliefs. I know a lot of us have grown up in churches and Christian households and whatnot. Maybe you've grown up a Buddhist or Muslim, whatever it is, an atheist. Maybe you don't believe in any of it, right? And that's all good. But this message is for somebody who's feeling outcasted, somebody who's feeling insecure and unsure. I'm talking to you. Let me tell you something. You don't have to believe anything to still be divine. You don't have to do any specific practice. You don't have to pray a certain way, meditate a certain way. You don't have to do anything to be a divine creature of, whatever you want to call this, of the planet, of the universe, God's child, whatever you want to call it. What you need to know is that you're here. There are a lot of people who did not wake up this morning, but you're still here. That's number one. Number two, you need to also realize that no one is better than you. Nobody is better than you. If you are an atheist, for example, and a Jehovah's Witness knocks on your door today and tells you, you need to take this watchtower and go to the Kingdom Hall, or else your soul is going to be damned to hell. If you choose to participate in that reality and believe that, then that means you have a psychological disconnect. That means mentally you have not elevated in your awareness and your consciousness, and you're not self-aware. If you can allow somebody to tell you that you're less than them, that if you don't do something that they say, another human being, if you don't do what they say, then your soul is going to be casted out. Do you understand how psycho that is? It's a lot of people on the internet arguing with other people about what they believe and what they shouldn't believe, about what they do and what they shouldn't do. Well, let me explain to you. Those people are not self-aware. Those people are divine, and they are God experiencing itself just like the rest of us are. However, they have forgotten who they are. So if you let somebody who has forgotten who they are, they have forgotten that they are a spiritual being having a temporary human experience, you let that person dictate to you what you should and should not do, what you should study and what you should believe, then that means that there's a psychological disconnect in you. We've all been there. It's so hard to deprogram yourself and start to, peel back the layers of brainwashing, because, society will have you thinking one way when in actuality you don't have to participate in none of the bullshit. And this is what I want you to know. You have the ability to make your own mind up and choose what's right for you. You don't have to believe it the same way the next person does, and you don't have to be told you ain't shit just because you don't believe what they believe. You understand? It's like psychological. And when you realize that all is mind, everything is in the mind. The realities that we create for ourselves, the personas that we take on, what we believe to be true about another person, what we even believe to be true about ourselves, is all in the mind. And the beautiful thing about your mind is that you can change it. You can make up your mind one day and say, you know what? I'm going to choose to empower myself and stand up for myself and not let anybody tell me what I should be doing or what I should be worshiping or what I should be believing. Do you understand? Stay with me, because if I lose you, I can't find you. I don't know where you at. Listen, big sis is here. I'm going to tell you like it is. I gain nothing from, lying to you. My absolute mindset is truth. That's my mindset. So the fact of the matter is, you are feeling insecure about studying something new, right? Let's talk to who we talking to. You might want to know more about astrology, but you were raised a certain way, and in your religion, it's believed to be witchcraft or dark art or, whatever people call it, right? But you really, really want to get into that thing, but you're afraid. And you're afraid of being looked at as different, being set aside, and told that, you veered off the path. But what I want to tell you is that the greatest minds in the world were told that they were crazy. Were told that they didn't have any basis on what they were discovering, and blocked. At every turn, block, 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 right? But they kept going. They didn't give up on themselves. And what I want you to know is that you have the power to control your emotions, first of all. Stop worrying about believing in other people and trusting in other people. The only person you need to trust in and believe in is yourself. Okay? If there's another flesh human being walking around with flesh and blood like you and I, you don't need to believe in them, because they are just as flawed as you. So I would take my chances on me. Take your chances on you. If your soul's desire is yearning for something and wanting to branch out and study something, why would you limit yourself? That's your inner self, your higher self. That's directly connected to God, because there's never been any separation between you and your creator. Right? So what you want, in turn, God wants for you. Okay? Remember this. At the foundation, remember this. God is experiencing itself through each and everything, through each and every person, to have the maximum amount of understanding and perspective from everybody's eyes and worldview and lived experiences. How can God be the great I am that I am, if God doesn't know what it's like to be a homeless man, or what it's like to be, a sick person with a terminal illness, or what it's like to be a billionaire, or what it's like to be a hard-working blue-collar person? You know what I'm saying? God is experiencing itself through our experiences, through us. So nothing you're doing is wrong, essentially. God even is experiencing itself through the lens of a criminal who has been doing awful things to people. Yes, that's also God. I want you to not just take my word for it. Dive deep. Do your research. Understand that just because it was written in a book doesn't mean it's absolute truth. Just because somebody says it doesn't mean it's absolute truth, including me. Take what resonates to you. If something is on your radar and you just keep wanting to, study something, learn something new, read about a different religion, do some YouTube searches, and just literally open your mind and expand your consciousness, but you have people around you telling you, oh, you shouldn't do that. Right there, something is wrong. There's a psychological problem. Because the quest for knowledge is our soul's mission. to remember who we are and to get back to the source by any means necessary. So one avenue might not be your avenue. You might need to unlearn everything that you was taught to relearn something new that's going to graduate you in the school of life. And staying stuck on that one level and only taking what a preacher told you or what, you know, the King James Version told you. You're doing a great disservice to yourself, and you're hindering the growth of your soul. Your soul longs to evolve, to be self-aware so that you can know who you are and remember who you are. And who you are, once again, is a divine spiritual being having a temporary human experience. Humans used to live super long. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds and hundreds of years. But now life, as we know it in this new world order, we live a lot shorter. It could be the pollution in the air. It could be the pesticides in the vegetables and the fruits. It could be the fucking, I don't know. Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying. Multitudes of reasons why now we live a lot less longer than we used to. So take that and understand that your time is limited in this avatar. Take care of your avatar. Nourish your avatar. Ground your avatar. Get into the sunlight and bathe in it, that divine light, and connect to your source. And study. Study things that makes your heart beat fast. Study things that you have no understanding of, but you definitely are drawn to it and you want to know more. And don't be in fear and don't be afraid. Because when you are in a fearful state, you're making decisions out of fear, and that never bodes well for you. Believe me. Be fearless. And fear not the naysayers. Fear not those who judge you. Fear not those who have no understanding of themselves, yet they judge you. People who are afraid of standing out and being different, they want to keep you in a sheeple state. They want to keep you with the herd. So like if you're, you know, in a state of, you know, I just really want to break free of all this programming and everybody telling me what to do all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, the elders might say, oh, you're rebelling. You're rebelling. Why I say rebel? I say rebel because the only way for you to expand your consciousness and expand your mind is to break free of your limitations, the self-limiting beliefs that are hindering your growth. So this video was just to challenge you and motivate you to be fearless, to take charge of your own life and your own understanding, and don't put your trust in just people. Revert that trust from other people and put it in yourself, and trust that your inner calling is guiding you in the right direction at all costs. And even if there's a negative outcome, know that it didn't happen to you, it happened for you in order for you to learn something else. Everything is connected. So on that note, I'm going to leave you with this. The universe conspires on your behalf to give you all things that you need and want, and all good things come to you in divine order and divine timing, in love and light.